Hello YouTube, RikaRocks2001 here, back again making another video. Today we're going to take a look at the N64 Hori minipad. I've actually had a long story. I've actually had to do a mod to this controller a little. It originally did not have the thumbstick, so what I did was I took one off of this replacement GameCube thumbstick and I grabbed an X-Acto knife and cut the tabs in. Super glued it onto this. Now it's perfect. But most of you, I only paid like 30 something for this exact controller. It was sold as is. And I tested it out and it worked fine. I just didn't like the plastic on it. So yeah. Now let's compare this to a regular N64 controller. Yes, blue and yellow. I decided to grab my yellow one because I have a Pikachu Nintendo 64 controller. And that's my GameCube controller right over there. Because I have my GameCube next to it. Which is awesome! But let's take a look at the Hori minipad. Right here you have your thumbstick. It's like a GameCube style thumbstick. Some people may find it too sensitive, but I think it works perfect. In fact, it won't wear out from time to time. In fact, I think this thumbstick is actually better than the GameCube one. In fact, this has not worn out yet. Unlike the official one, you can get a replacement thumbstick that's like a GameCube style thumbstick, but if you read online, they will have issues. You can't do the you can't do the Legend of Zelda thing, where Link does a spin attack thing, and you can't spin Bowser as fast if you go like. On this controller you can do it, and with the original thumbstick you can do that. Now, the D-pad. If you're going to play a 2D game, I recommend the official N64 controller. This one is too small. Well, for some people's issues. For me, I don't mind the size. But it's just too sharp, and it feels so uncomfortable. And it feels like it's going to cut in my thumb. So I'm not going to use this controller when I play Pokemon Stadium or Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. Or possibly Pokemon Puzzle League. I'll just use this controller. Anyway, but you can use the thumbstick in that game as well. Here you have your start button. It's a rubber dot. It's the same rubber that's used on the padding for the buttons. And this is a plastic start button, which both of them feel good. Some people say this is a poor design, but it's just a start button. Who uses start? The B and A buttons and the C buttons feel identical. Until you take them apart, you can't actually swap these buttons to these buttons. The tabs to keep them from spinning are different. I tried doing that and they're completely different. Now, let's talk about the shoulder buttons. On the regular controller, the L and R buttons would be right here. And the Z button would be underneath. And there's the expansion slot. On the back, you don't have a Z button on the back. You want to know why? Because they're underneath the L and R buttons, like a PlayStation 1 non-DualShock controller. The DualShock controllers have bigger L and R2 buttons. These are same size as the non-analog controllers, but I have no issues with it. In fact, this controller actually feels pretty good in the hand. If you have big hands, then I don't recommend going for this controller. I recommend the SuperPad Plus I reviewed previously, or this controller if you don't mind the thumbstick. There is a permanent fix to that. But you wouldn't want to play Mario Party with this thumbstick. You'd want to play it with this thumbstick. In fact, this is my primarily N64 controller. Now, it is expensive, but I got mine for dirt cheap. So, if you find one that says junk as is for parts not working, I recommend to attempt to fix it. I did see an ocean blue one that I was going to go for. I had a drifting joystick problem, but I didn't go for that. And in fact, I saw another one that was being sold. It was a clear black one that had the wiring problem, but I missed out on that. So I got this for missing the thumbstick, but I decided to take one off of a replacement GameCube one, and now it works like it should. And there's the expansion slot. In fact, I love using this controller a lot. It's my favorite N64 controller. Now, I'm going to give this controller a 4 out of 5, just like the SuperPad controller. My only issue is the price that you can get it. Now, don't think, oh, this looks cool, I'm going to get it. If you are willing to spend an arm and a leg, go for it. If you have the money for it, that is. Unless you want to get a broken one and see if you can attempt to repair it. I was actually going to do a video on how to fix this, but I actually got it without, I actually didn't have to lift a finger. All I had to do was get a GameCube thumbstick on here. So, that is my Hori minipad. And the issue, some people may have this issue, but it's the cord length. To me, I'm only sitting like not too far away from my TV, but I might get an extension cable if I decide to bring my N64 over to a friend's house. But that's my review. Thanks for watching. Anyway, I'll do a comparison between this and the SuperPad 64 Plus in my next video. Thanks for watching.